Every day, the trash piles up in our inboxes, a flood of useless information. Did you know that this digital pollution is called by the same name as a canned ham we often know and sometimes enjoy eating? It is this spam. That canned ham you can easily find at the supermarket, sometimes served at the dinner table. How did this familiar name come to denote the most annoying online phenomenon? The secret to this peculiar name is, the clue begins half a century ago, across the Atlantic in England. A sketch from the legendary comedy group Monty Python aired on December 15, 1970. A customer enters a shabby restaurant and tries to order from the menu. But every dish on the menu includes spam to a tedious degree. Then, a choir of Vikings in the restaurant suddenly starts singing, "Spam, spam, spam," drowning out and overwhelming all other conversation. The core of this sketch was spam, that is unwanted, endlessly repeated, interferes with other important communication, and overwhelms the situation. This feeling, precisely, was remarkably similar to the nuisance that appeared in the new digital world 20 years later. In the early 1990s, the dawn of a new world opened on the other side of the globe. Computer communication, the internet, was just beginning. People were excited about new information and connections, but soon an unmanageable problem arose. Unwanted messages with identical content began to flood forums and inboxes. In this meaningless and repetitive flood of messages, early internet users were looking for a suitable word to describe this phenomenon. Then someone exclaimed, "This is exactly like that spam sketch from Monty Python." That feeling of endless repetition, despite being unwanted. It was a remarkably fitting analogy. And so the word spam, born from a comedy sketch in 1970, began to be used as slang by Usenet users in the early 1990s to mean unwanted bulk messages. And because of its aptness, it quickly spread to become a term for unnecessary messages in all online communication, including email. Of course, Hormel Foods, the manufacturer of the canned ham, made efforts to prevent their valuable trademark from being used in a negative sense. They filed trademark infringement lawsuits, or demanded that companies using the word spam without authorization or in a way that could cause confusion with their product cease doing so. And they were largely successful in protecting their trademark. However, the word spam had already become so deeply and rapidly entrenched in the public and internet community as a term for unwanted emails that the situation became complicated. Hormel Foods holds the trademark for the canned ham spam, but they could not prevent the word spam itself from being used in all contexts. In particular, it was almost legally impossible to prevent people from using the term spam email in everyday conversation or for non-commercial purposes. Trademark law protects the function of indicating the source of a specific product or service, but it is difficult to control the general use of the word itself. Consequently, spam became fixed as a general term with a specific meaning in the digital world. The result of the exaggeration in a comedy sketch capturing the problem of the real digital world so perfectly. How the name of a canned ham came to symbolize a digital nightmare, a peculiar history created by language, technology, culture, and legal boundaries.